Hello, learners. We're going to read the article Nitrogen in Ecosystems found in the textbook Ecosystems and Their Interactions. What do the lettuce, bun, and beef patty in the hamburger you ate at lunch have in common? They all contain nitrogen. Nitrogen is an element that is essential for living things. It is a main component of protein and of the DNA that makes up your genes. It is also in chlorophyll, which is vital for plants in carrying out photosynthesis. Without nitrogen, life on Earth may not even exist. Nitrogen is the most abundant gas in the atmosphere. It makes up more than 70% of the air you breathe. But your body cannot use nitrogen in its gaseous form. It passes into your lungs and back out without even interacting with your body. Instead, nitrogen moves continuously through Earth's spheres. Atmospheric nitrogen, or N2, must be fixed in order for organisms to use it. Nitrogen fixation involves the conversion of N2 to ionic forms of nitrogen, such as ammonium, NH4, nitrate, NO2, nitrite, NO2, and nitrate, NO3. Nitrogen fixation occurs mostly in two places in Earth's geosphere, in the soil and in the root nodules of legumes such as peanuts and soybeans. Certain microorganisms found in the root nodules of legumes convert atmospheric nitrogen to ammonium, which then can be used by the legumes. Other organisms in the soil convert ammonium to nitrate and nitrate. This process is called nitrification. Nitrates and nitrites are taken up by the roots of plants in a process called assimilation. Nitrates and nitrites are used by plants for life processes, including photosynthesis. Lightning can also cause atmospheric nitrogen, or N2, to be fixed into nitrate and nitrite, which then enter the soil and can be assimilated by plants. Lightning may have been responsible for the first ionic forms of nitrogen that may help make up the first life forms on Earth. Plants and animals help move nitrogen through ecosystems. When plants die and begin to decay, they release ionic nitrogen into the soil. When plants are eaten by animals, some of the plant's nitrogen is transferred to those animals, whose bodies use some of the nitrogen and excrete the rest as waste. Animal waste decays quickly. When animals die, their bodies also decay. The ionic nitrogen in the decaying matter of animal waste and form animal remains return to the soil, just as it does with decaying plant remains. There, it is turned into ammonium by bacteria in a practice called ammonification. It is then available for nitrification and assimilation again. Nitrogen may, in this way, move continuously between the geosphere and the biosphere for a long time. Nitrification is a process by which microbes convert nitrogen back to N2. The N2 gas is then released to the atmosphere. And a similar process occurs in Earth's oceans, which are part of the hydrosphere. Rather than entering the soil, atmospheric nitrogen is dissolved in ocean water. Certain microorganisms in the water fix the nitrogen through ammonification and nitrification. Fixed nitrogen from lightning may also enter the oceans. Plankton assimilate this fixed nitrogen. Plankton are then eaten by other organisms. Eventually, the marine organisms die, and their bodies decay. Microorganisms de-intensify the nitrates that are released by decaying organisms. The N2 gas re-enters the atmosphere from the ocean's surface. So once again, this was nitrogen